Hey guys, this is Sandy. I am a licensed realtor here in the Central Florida area. Today I want to do a video on what are off-market properties. Before we get into it though, I do want to invite you to like our channel, subscribe to it if you like our content, and definitely click on the notification button so you're notified every time we upload a new video. The purpose of our channel is to educate you on the whole real estate industry, how to buy a home, how to invest in real estate, how to finance it, and all that great stuff. So let's get into it. What are off-market properties? So off-market properties are going to be any property that is not listed on the open market. This means you can't find it on Zillow, Realtor.com, the MLS, the internet. No one knows this property or these properties are for sale. Why would that be important? Because in today's market, you want to find the best deal, right? Interest rates are high. We're in 2023. Interest rates are high. The market is kind of fluctuating. In some areas, it's still very busy, still very crazy, still getting multiple offers. In other areas, prices are declining a little bit, not a lot, but declined a little bit. And people are hesitant to buy because of the interest rate, because of inflation, because they're talking about a recession and all that great stuff. So in that being said, that means you want to find the best deal. If you're going to buy, if you're looking to either buy your first home, your second home, or invest in real estate in 2023, you want to know what are some of the better choices, or where am I going to find the best deal? And sometimes the best deals are going to be in finding off-market properties, which means these are owners or investors. They're thinking about selling, but they haven't listed the property yet, so nobody knows about the property. How do you go about finding this? Well, number one, you could use an agent, a licensed real estate agent that specializes in off-market property, like our group. We completely specialize in that, and we go to find them. Or you could first choose a neighborhood you want to live in, figure out what location you want, and then you could go about trying to contact those homeowners to see if they're thinking of selling. How do you contact them? Well, you could probably contact them through public records, or maybe just maybe the homeowner might live at the home, so you could write a letter introducing yourself and saying, hey, I really like your home, are you thinking of selling it? That's one way of doing it. What our group does is we're able to pull any address to find where the current owner lives, because sometimes the owners don't live where the property is located. So we find the owner's information. I'm so sorry, I just came back from Las Vegas. I'm losing my voice. So we find the owner's information, and then we contact them. We find them through email, phone number, or even the address where they live, and we contact them all those kind of ways. Now, the reason why you want to do off-market properties is because it's not listed on the market, so you're able to negotiate with the owner directly, or we're able to negotiate with the owner directly. That way, you're not competing with anybody else. Sometimes when you negotiate with the owners directly, you're able to find out what is the motivation. Why are you selling? Maybe they're relocated, right? Because in this market, a lot of sellers are not going to sell because of what the market is based upon the area they're living in, because number one, the buyers are going to try to get the lowest price because of the interest rate, and sellers are thinking, I don't have to sell, I'm not going to sell my home for that price. But if you're in an area where the market is still going up and they're still receiving multiple offers, you also want to do an off-market property, because then you don't want to be competing with all the other buyers. So it depends upon the motivation of the seller. And the seller is probably going to be more willing to negotiate with you, especially if it's a situation where the seller is saying, I want to sell, I'm thinking of selling, but I want to wait until June when my kid come out of school. Or I'm thinking of selling, I'm going to be relocating, but I won't be able to do that until August when my company actually relocate me. So it depends. So when you're working directly with a seller, or when you have an agent working directly with a seller, then you're able to find out what the motivation is, and if your timeline fits their timeline, then they're going to be better able to work with you, because the seller wants to know that when they're ready to buy, that somebody's there to buy their home. They don't necessarily want to put the home on the internet and have all these different people coming through their home, and then they have to stage the home, and they have to let the home appear to be like a model home, especially if they're living there. So if they know they already have a buyer, they're going to be more enthused to sell. This is why off-market properties are so important. Another thing with off-market properties is someone might be thinking of selling, but they don't want to go through all the headache of what I just mentioned. They don't want to go through the interviewing different agents and trying to find a buyer and all that great stuff. So they are going to be more willing to work with you directly. So off-market property is a great way to go because you're working directly with the seller, or the agent is working directly with the seller. The seller may have a timeline that fits into your timeline. The seller may have certain things that have to be accomplished for them to sell, and because you're dealing with them directly, then they're going to be more, you might be more willing to work with them, and so they don't have to go on the open market. Also, if you're going to sell something, if you're going to sell anything, and you already have a buyer, you're more willing to sell, or you're more happier, or you feel more content because, hey, I'm going to be selling in the next few months and this person is going to be buying it, which is awesome, so I don't have to worry too much about it. This is the reason why off-market properties are so important. Another thing is you're not competing with other buyers. You're not competing with all the people on Zillow, Realtor.com, MLS, all these different things. You're only dealing directly with that one seller. Maybe they're going through a divorce. Maybe the divorce is about to be settled in another 2 or 3 months, and you're okay to wait in that 2 or 3 months to buy the property from them. As long as you establish, or maybe they might be willing to rent you the property until they're ready to sell. So maybe you could do a lease to own with them, or rent to own with them. So that is very important. So that's why off-market properties is so important. You always want to do the opposite of what anybody else is doing in order for you to get a better deal. So if everybody else is looking at Zillow and trying to get the best deal on Zillow or Realtor.com, you want to do the opposite of that, because that's where your deal is going to lie. And maybe that particular seller, maybe the home might need work, and if the home does need work, maybe the seller is more easier to work with because they know the property needs work. And also, if you're a cash buyer or a strong financing buyer, then the seller is going to be more willing to listen to you. Also, in our group, when we bring a buyer to an off-market property, to a seller we're selling off-market, they are so much easier to work with as well, because they're like, oh wow, these are agents looking to really working for their buyer. So we work for our buyers to find them a suitable home, and we're not just going to look for the homes that are already on the market, because everybody have access to those. What about if you're looking for a unique home, a home maybe with certain acreage or a certain appeal to it? You may not be able to find it on the open market, so off-market property may also be a better way to go. So I really hope this content helped. We're always doing Zoom calls. We do a lot of consultation on the phone or through Zoom. If you have any questions, just give us a call, send us a text, we'll set up a Zoom call with you. Our information should be somewhere here or somewhere on the bottom. We have no problem trying to discuss with you the best way to find off-market property, especially if you're relocating. If you're relocating or you're moving into the area, off-market property would be a great way to go. And guess what, guys? Builders also have off-market properties. They're like the best source of off-market properties, because they may have property that is about to go on the market, they're about to build it, it just fell through. All these different things could be going on with the builder, and guess what? You want to have the inside knowledge. So off-market property is a great way to go. If you have no idea how to get started to find an off-market property, give us a call, send us a text, we will help you. We have a network of agents all the way through the U.S., not just in Central Florida. We specialize in Central Florida, but we have agents that we work with all across the U.S. that will be able to help you. Thank you so much for listening, guys. I'll catch you in the next video. Bye now.